Hi! It's another great learning day, dear grade 9 students. This is Teacher Christine, and I am your English teacher for today. Join me as we discover and experience fun and challenging adventures in learning grade 9 English. Before we begin, please be reminded of our house rules. First, find a quiet space without interruptions or background noise. 2. Avoid checking any social media applications. 3. Take down important points of the lesson. And number 4, give your 100% attention. Listen and give your best today. So, what are you waiting for? Grab your pen and your English notebook. And let's begin the next episode of your exciting journey in learning English. Are you ready? Let's go. Do you help in doing household chores? If your answer is yes, then congratulations, for you have learned the responsibilities at your young age. If your answer is no, then this is the right time for you to start simple tasks. What is your usual reaction when your mother asks you to do the washing? Do you frown? I hope not. At this point, let us listen to a dialogue. This is a conversation between a mother and her child. Mom said, "Can you do the washing up, please?" The child said, "I'm sorry, I can't. I have to do my homework." "Oh, well, go and start your homework now." "Mom, can I go to the cinema with Carrie later?" "Sorry, you can't. You have to do your homework." "But I haven't got much homework to do." "First, do the washing up and your homework." "Of course, but can I go out with her after that?" Okay. Yes, you can." "Thanks, Mom." Is the scenario familiar? What lesson is underscored in the text? If your answer is, we have to do our responsibilities before having any form of enjoyment with friends, then you're absolutely correct. Now let us focus on the lines extracted from the dialogue. "Mom, can I go to the cinema with Carrie later?" "Sorry, you can't. You have to do your homework." "Of course, but can I go out with her after that?" Okay. Yes, you can." What does sentence 1 express? How about sentence 2? What is the function of can in the sentences? Well, the answers for these questions will be catered as we move along with our lesson today. The most essential learning competency that you have to learn in this session is on how to express permission, obligation, and prohibition using modals. In this session, we will only focus on the use of modals for permission. In this lesson, you will be able to, first, identify modals, which are used to express permission. Number 2, use the appropriate modals for specific context. And number 3, express permission in meaningful sentences using modals. But first, let's have a pretest. What should be said in the following scenarios? Number 1. Anna, a kinder pupil, formally asks her teacher for permission to go out. Next, you ask your mother for permission to go to a birthday party. After our session, you will know the answers. There are a lot of words like these in English that we use in our daily lives. Yet, we are unaware of its very important role in making our statements more meaningful. They set the mode of our actions depending on our situation. These are what we call modals or modal verbs. Now, what are modal verbs? Modal auxiliaries are sometimes called verbs. These are helping verbs which are used to express certain moods like ability, inability, permission, obligation, willingness, or presumption. The underlined words in the extracted lines from the dialogue are modals. Now, how are they used? They are used with one of the principal parts of other verbs. Unlike other auxiliaries, modals do not change in form, in number, or in person. I repeat, they do not change in form, in number, or in person. So take note of that. In order to use them properly, their meanings should be understood because the meaning of the sentence changes when different modals are used. Now, what are the functions or uses of modals? Modals express ability, request and permission, obligation or necessity, possibility or probability, and preference or willingness. There are a lot of functions, but for today, we'll focus on the modals, which express request and permission. Now, how do we use modals to ask for permission? The modal verbs of permission are can, could, may, might. Can, could, may, might. Let's have first with can and could. Can is the least formal of the modal verbs used to ask permission. Here are some examples with can. Can I go out with my friends? Can I go to the cinema with Carrie later? When to use can? Because can is the least formal modal verb, you can use it when you are talking with your friends. On the other hand, could may also be used to ask for permission. It is less formal than using may. I repeat, could is less formal than using may. Here are some examples with could. Could I bring a friend to the party? Could Carrie come here? We use modal verbs of permission, can and could, to indicate whether someone has permission to do something or not. Use can to say that someone is allowed to do something, and cannot or can't to say that they do not have permission or are not allowed to do something. For example, you can go out with your friends. You cannot go to the cinema with Carrie later. We can also use could to say that someone was allowed to do something in the past. We use could not or couldn't to say that they were not allowed to do it. For example, We could go to any shop in the mall we wanted to. The students couldn't study in the library after 6 p.m. Did you get it? Good. Now let's proceed with may and might. May and might can also be used when asking permission, but they are much more formal. I repeat, they are much more formal. We mostly use may for more formal situations, and might is rarely used in this way as it's considered old-fashioned usage. However, educated and polite people still use modals to indicate politeness and show respect. May not is used to say that someone is not allowed to do something. For example, Mr. Santos, may I go to the restroom? You may go as soon as you have finished your exam. May is used for formal conversation. So, in our examples, the speaker is talking to somebody in authority or somebody of age, just like your parent, your teacher, or your school principal. So please be reminded always that we use can I, could I, may I to ask for permission. Can is informal. Example, can I speak to Anna, please? Could is more formal and polite. Example, could I speak to Anna, please? May is the most formal. For example, may I speak to Anna, please? Now that you have learned about modals for permission, let us check your answer in the pre-test. First, Anna, a kinder pupil, formally asks her teacher for permission to go out. The answer is, may I go out? Did you get it right? Why did you use may? Well, Anna is talking with somebody in authority, who is her teacher. So, use the most formal modal, which is may. Number 2, you ask your mother for permission to go to a birthday party. The answer is, right, may I go to a birthday party? Did you get it right? Why did you use may? Again, you are talking with somebody in authority. So, use the most formal modal, which is may. In our conversation a while back, the child used can in talking with her mother. Did she use the most polite expression? No, because she used can. Were you able to gain new knowledge for today? I hope you have learned a lot from this part of our lesson. Let us try this challenge. Tell your friend that everyone has permission to wear any kind of socks to school. Again, tell your friend that everyone has permission to wear any kind of socks to school. I will give you 10 seconds to answer this challenge. Which is your answer? Is it A, you can wear any kind of socks to school? Or B, you may wear any kind of socks to school? The answer is A. Now, why is that? You are talking to somebody of your age, so you can be informal. Hence the use of the modal can. Next, you ask for permission to pass the assignment after lunchtime. use a polite question. Again, you ask for permission to pass the assignment after lunchtime. Use a polite question. Alright, which is your answer? Is it A, can I pass the assignment after lunchtime? Or B, may I pass the assignment after lunchtime? The answer is B. Why? In this case, you're asking permission from your teacher. Therefore, you have to use polite and formal language, hence the use of the modal may. If you have questions and clarifications about our discussion, don't hesitate to call or send a message to your English teacher. Also, don't forget to stay tuned for the next session. Again, I am Teacher Christine, your English teacher, saying, discover, experience, and enjoy the challenging adventures in learning English. This is DepEd Teleradio, your on-the-go learning on the 21st century. See you then!